Nigeria EFCC, one of the most funniest agency in Nigeria. Guys, when I see just take a look at that news. A young man in Nigeria has just been convicted by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, but I refer to them as Yahoo and Financial Crime Commission. Because the only people, I will keep saying this till they change. I'm not saying EFCC should stop going after Yahoo, but why making Yahoo the priority? See, every now and then I've said this and I'll say it again. You cannot leave the stem of the problem and be cutting down the branches. Cut down the branches. Whereas the stem at which is standing is still there firm. You are ignoring it. You are keeping a blind eye to it. That is not how to fight crime. How can you send somebody to prison? For how long? 76 years. 76 years imprisonment. For how much now, my people? The sum of 721,500 naira. Did you hear that? Say somebody committed a fraud. A young man in Lagos was being arraigned by the FCC for committing a fraud of 721,500 naira, and he was found guilty and then sentenced to 76 years imprisonment in a Lagos court. Can somebody make this make sense? See, this same EFCC, since I became conscious, have not been able to send one politician to jail. Not to date. They've not. The few Nigerian politicians that have ever been convicted mainly are outside Nigeria, just like Ekweremadu now is serving J-terms there. Ekweremadu would not have gone near any prison in Nigeria. So that shows that in Nigeria, there is no justice system, there is no law, there is no rule of law. Everything is just anyhow. Does this make sense? 76 years for 721,500 naira, and Yahya Bello is being celebrated. Yahya Bello moving Kogi like a king, like a sitting governor. When somebody was accused of 1.3 trillion in Delta State, a former governor, and there are a whole lot of them. They are still working freely. No conviction, nothing. EFCC. Is there a message you are trying to send? I have always said it that if the message you are trying to send to the Nigerian youth is that they should go into bigger crimes, not the smaller one, then we know how to tell them to graduate. See, most of the Yahoo boys that have made some money, I would advise you go into politics. If you know you made enough money to buy a political ticket for any office, join the APC, they go into politics. Because I'm very sure, I dare to say, and I'm very sure, if critically checked, there are politicians in Nigeria that are occupy political offices today that made their money through Yahoo. I'm not saying I know of any, but if the EFCC was an agency that really going after fraud holistically, you will realize that there are so many Yahoo boys that have upgraded today. They are now politicians giving these EFCC orders, being guided by our law enforcement agencies and the security agency. So why going after? Why being so hard on the smaller ones? When you are toothless, when you are helpless against the bigger one. Now you are sending all these boys into unnecessary prison. You will see the way you give them conviction. Anyhow, every day we hear of hundreds, tens, thousands being convicted. You are destroying their future. Although it doesn't matter anyway. See, if you are a young boy and you get convicted, don't worry. Whenever you come back to your feet, join APC. APC forgive sins and they give pardon. So you can still be what you want to be. You can still be president. After all, we were told that repented Boko Haram can be president in Nigeria. So being a Yahoo boy will not be different. So, but my message here is the EFCC, instead of posting news like this, show us a former governor, a former president, a former senator, minister that have looted Nigeria and was successfully tried and convicted in Nigeria. Where you cannot show us that, enough of this madness. We are no longer interested. Enough of this madness. It doesn't make sense. It's not making sense anymore. Please help me share this video. Make sure the EFCC and co sees it. If you don't want to fight corruption, forget about it. Which one be you going after the smaller one? See, enough of the madness.